Public servants with high-level security clearances will be banned from posting about them on social media, following a warning from the country's spy chief. ASIO's Director General, Mike Burgess, says bureaucrats are being targeted by foreign spies at unprecedented levels. Our political reporter Isabel Rowe joins us now from Parliament House in Canberra. Isabel, firstly, can you take us through this warning from ASIO about the threat of foreign interference at the moment?
Yeah, so Mike Burgess spoke in Adelaide last night and he said essentially that nation states are targeting Australian citizens more than ever. He made this speech and talked about the threat level. He said that there's been 24 major espionage plots foiled in the last few years alone, that Australia has expelled undeclared Russian intelligence officers. He gave some examples of some of the things that have been going on. For example, one state bureaucrat was convinced to log into a system and hand over information about whatever government spy that was, you know, a foreign dissident that they believed existed. So Mike Burgess is he's been quite strong on this issue before, but every time he speaks, he sort of makes it clearer that he doesn't feel like he's being listened to on these issues. He talked about the threats coming from countries we know of, China, Iran and Russia, but he also talked about the fact that many Australians would be shocked of some other countries that were threatening Australian citizens. He also talked about the cost to Australians and the economy of this level of espionage.
Espionage costs the Australian economy $12.5 billion in 23-24. $12.5 billion. This includes the direct costs of known espionage incidents such as state-sponsored theft of intellectual property.
Isabel, what's the government's response been to this?
Well, already they've come out this morning and talked about banning public servants who have really high security clearances from posting about them on social media. Minister for Home Affairs, Tony Burke, says that since Mike Burgess first raised this issue, there has been an 85% drop in the number of public servants that are doing this. But he says, for example, people who work in top secret programs like AUKUS are being targeted by foreign spies because they have some of that detail of where they work, the fact that they have a security clearance on their social media, and so that will now be banned. Here's Tony Burke speaking earlier.
If you've got access to secrets, it's because there's a view that you're going to be discreet. And I get that people on social media will always be wanting to, you know, make clear that they're very employable for the future. But the best way to show that you're employable is to show you're worthy of the secrets and the security clearance that you have.
Tony Burke saying that the government will take action there and, you know, I guess listening to Mike Burgess's comments earlier, which were that he doesn't think a lot of leaders, business leaders and citizens in particular take some of these foreign threats seriously enough.
Isabel Rowe at Parliament House, thank you.